Good morning, everybody. How in the world wide are you? It is 7 o'clock. That means it is go time. I've only got a few minutes. Just want to tell you a few things just to get your day started. Hope it's going to make a difference to you. So I'm going to get ready to start my timer. We'll go right into this thing. Today, we're going to talk about PA system. And you may be thinking, this guy is absolutely crazy. What are you talking about, PA system? But if you think about a PA system, you know you can equate it to one word, amplification. A PA system amplifies. It takes what is small and it expounds it to where more than one person can hear it. Many people can hear it. Even if you're in different locations, a PA system has that capability of magnification. So when we talk about PA system, what are we talking about today? We're talking about a perspective amplification system. So I want you to invest in a PA system, which is a perspective amplification system. So again, what does that mean? That means I want you to think a whole lot differently from what you're already doing. I want you to see yourself being in places you probably never thought you could, you never thought you would. Your background doesn't say you should because of where you're from, where you grew up, your family's lineage. None of that stuff matters when you get the right perspective on your life and how you want your life to be. Nothing can stop you, and that includes yourself. But you got to have the right perspective to where not even yourself can stop you when you are really determined and you really have a goal that you want to be better than you ever have been before. You have that capability of doing it, but it starts with the change of your perspective. If you always see yourself as small, take an ant, and I don't know why I talk about ants a lot. An ant is a small creature, but the way an ant works and what it does, it comes into your house, it comes into your kitchen, it eats your groceries. A small ant sees itself as bigger than what it is. That's why it does what it do. That's why they come into your house and feel like, man, this is my house. It hadn't paid any bills. It hadn't moved any furniture. It hadn't done any cleaning. But the fact is, it's small, but it has great intentions. That's why when you have a bunch of them and they can create a monstrous house, so to speak, in just a short period of time, even if you knock it down, what does it do? It builds it right back up. And you got to do the same thing. When you get knocked down, you got to build yourself right back up. So understand that. Now, when you talk about a PA system, a system is made of many different parts. So there's a process to making a PA system. Systems are also costly. You have to invest into a system, and the bigger the system, the more it's going to cost you. And so the question is, how do you choose to amplify yourself today? How are you going to see yourself today when this recording is over with? Because here's what you got to understand. It's never about what's being said to you. It's what's going to happen when the saying is done. So I can talk for 20 minutes if I want to. If you don't do anything when this recording stops, then you're really still in the same position. You're actually an ant who sees itself as just an ant instead of something bigger. And I don't want you to do that today. So whatever you think about yourself, if it doesn't add value to your life, it shouldn't be part of your PA system. So if you think you're worthless, you got to get rid of those thoughts. And life, it does happen. Life can break you down. That's when life gives you an opportunity to be greater than what you are because it's beat you down so much. People see me and think this is the way I've always been. No, I got a mom and sister can tell you that. I hadn't always been this way. I was quiet. I was nonchalant. I was very withdrawn. We got picked at growing up all the time because we were extremely poor. So the person you see today is not the one who you would have seen 10 years ago, 20 years, 30 years ago. What has happened? Because I've changed my perspective. And just like a PA has to have other components, I've had to surround myself by individuals who got the same perspective or even greater than what I have. And that's how one of the ways you invest into yourself, by surrounding yourself with the right individuals who have a heart just like you have, or a heart greater than what you have. You can't stay in the same position but expect to amplify. It cannot happen. You have to change a whole lot about yourself. So now, the more components you add, the better it's going to sound. That means you got to add a little bit more confidence to yourself. See, you got to have more springs in your feet to when you do get knocked down. You're not discouraged by it. You just get right back up. So, and when you do that, your whole thought process changes to, you know what, this world is mine. Yeah, I know God created it. Man, he created this thing just for me. I stand that tall. I'm at a place in my life where I'm like Leonard Skinner and Rich Homie at the same time. I'm a simple man, but I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Why? Because I know I am the man like that, because I have that type of perspective. What kind of perspective do you have? What do you really see yourself? And here's the thing about perspective. Wherever your life is not, that's where you got to focus on. See where you're going to take vacation. See the beaches you're going to sit on and drink your little toddy. See the houses you're going to live in. Make a vision board. Have pictures of them. See the cars you're going to drive. And here's the thing, when you change that perspective, you can look at a Rolls Royce and know that is mine. But you can't have a McLaren perspective, but you're walking around like you're a Chevy Cobalt. It can't happen that way. You got to change everything about you, everything about what you think, everything about anybody who's surrounded by you. If they don't come up to your level, what good are they? It may be your family. For some of you, it may be in your same household. I hope that is not the case, but you got to make some major moves. I'm very fortunate. I've surrounded myself from the inside out, from my house to without, the people who understand, oh, Watkins is going somewhere. I don't call myself Worldwide Watkins for no reason. That's not just some slang I use. That's because I already see myself doing what I do on a worldwide level. I'm going to touch many people in my life. I'm going to bless many people. I'm going to say something that's going to change a whole lot of mentalities because people are going to take it in. But I have to know that. I have to believe that. I can't wait for somebody else to say it. I have to wake up every single day with an intentional attitude. So what type of attitude are you going to have today? Life sucks? No, man, that's not the attitude you need to have. Life doesn't suck. Your perspective is what has sucked. And I say has sucked because this is the day where everything changes for you. This is the moment where you say, you know what? No more of the old. It's like being in a relationship that's beat you down so much and you finally get to that breaking point and you say, no more, I'm done with this. Okay, let's go on a different level. You work at a job right now. If you get to a place where you're tired of, you're going to look and do something else, or you're just going to flat out quit. I need you to flat out find another mentality. I need you to flat out quit saying, you know what? I'm done being beat up. I'm done thinking this is the way life is going to always be. I'm done thinking I'm less than everybody else just because of who they are or what they may have. You're not less than anybody. But if you don't change that perspective, again, amplify your perspective. See yourself differently. Now, one thing about a PA system, I talked about how it costs. Yes, you got to spend some money. And I'm not saying spend money on me, but there are different books you're going to have to read, whether it's a physical book, whether it's an audio book. There's individuals you need to contact. My pastor, he's a life coach. Troy Wynn Sr., give him man a holler. Link with him. My favorite cousin, Lataka M. Sally, she's a life coach. Get with her. There are people that you may have to spend money with, to sit out with, to help chart a different path for your life. Somebody who's already been down and now they see life differently. And you maybe have to be prepared to do that. So now, moving on here, I need you to allow yourself to be more than just average. Okay, and when you allow yourself to allow something, mean you give it permission to, you make way for it to be something different. As long as you see yourself as average, you will never be amplified. I need you to change that because you are much better than what anybody ever said you were, and that includes yourself. The enemy is not always that person speaking to you from the outside, because here's the thing, it doesn't matter what anybody says to you from the outside, those words can hurt, especially for some certain people, but you got to get to a point where you say, you know what, I'm not going to take that anymore. You got to get to that place where it's like when Superman get his power, you can put anything in front of him. You can throw a grenade launcher at him, but it just bounces right off him. And I need you to bounce negative thoughts off of you. I need you to bounce, I'm just going to be where I am. Bounce that stuff off of you. There's no place forward. When you really get ready to take your life to different levels, I can't tell you what you'll become. I know what I'm becoming. And anybody who knows me know I'm a different individual than I was a year ago. Then January 1st of this year, then June 1st of this year, because I'm constantly involved. I'm constantly amplified. And I'm just about out of time here, folks. But just a couple of points. As I say this all of the time, a PA system made of different parts. You got to put together your pieces. You got to put together the people who are going to help you become where you are planning to go in your life. And it can't be everybody, even those who you are already used to. If you got to say sorry, bye-bye, you better say sorry, bye-bye. It's either say bye-bye to them or you're going to wish you would have later on. What's the point of letting time go by and you hadn't done anything with it? Only thing that's happened is time has gone by. That's it for me today, folks. As I say all of the time, make today your story, or tomorrow it will be somebody else's glory. We'll see you all Thursday morning. Have a phenomenal day.